Might as well go out with the bang. All right, let's go. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hey, I feel like it's been a little bit since I've done one of these, and what better way to start the year by clearing out some trash? It's right time for me to get all this shit up out my house. So folks, that being said, it is time for yet another empties video. But before we get into today's empties video, you all make sure that you are subscribed, and of course make sure to hit that notification bell boo so you don't miss when I upload another video. Duh. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, I would greatly appreciate if you gave me a thumbs up, because that really helps support the channel. And right about at this point is where I will tell you that every single product in today's video will be linked down below in the description box for your shopping convenience. But y'all don't give a damn on empties videos, and so neither do I. But because I'm feeling kind and generous, I'll make sure I leave some of my favorite standout products linked down below in the description box for your convenience. Now, before we jump into today's empties video, I want to make an announcement that this will likely be the last empties video that you all see on the channel. I just see an overall decline in interest when it comes to empties videos, and I'm not willing to put forth time, energy, effort, and money into creating content that you all don't care to see. So yeah, this will be the last time that I do an empties video, but let's go ahead and get started because we have a lot to get through today. Because I feel like it's going to be a pretty quick category, I'm going to go ahead and start with body care slash wellness slash hygiene. So first up, I finished 2 of these Dove Care and Protect antibacterial body washes. As someone who showers every single day, it's pretty easy for me to fly through body wash. I have used Dove body washes for decades at this point, and I'm going to continue. I typically use these as my second wash after my Castile soap. This just helps me to further cleanse my body while also adding some moisture and hydration back into the skin. So highly recommend these. Will continue to repurchase. And while we're talking about Dove and hygiene, I also finished up several Dove deodorants. I finished up 2 of the Dove deodorant sticks, and both of these are in the original scent. I have told you all about the Dove deodorant sticks several times on the channel, and I've also told you all about the Dove deodorant sprays. This is also in the original scent. I just find that the original scent of Dove tends to be my favorite, and I just can't go wrong with it. So that's the one that I frequent the most when it comes to Dove products. It just smells, yeah, it just smells fresh and clean, so it just happens to be my favorite. Dove is just a go-to, reliable, accessible brand that I have used for decades, and so for those reasons, I'm going to continue to repurchase. One last deodorant that I used up is another one that I've mentioned to you all previously on the channel, and this is the Necessaire deodorant gel, and mine is in the eucalyptus scent. This is one that I've mentioned to you all previously in a favorites video and hauls. Now, this is definitely a luxe unnecessary splurge, but I absolutely love this deodorant. It just really helps me to keep from smelling funky, and like I've told you all previously on the channel, this also has AHAs. Now, I don't really have an issue when it comes to darkness or hyperpigmentation in my underarm area, but if you are someone who does experience this, the Necessaire deodorant gel is definitely one that I recommend getting your hands on. I already have a backup of this, so yes, definitely worth repurchasing. I also used up this Nair hair remover lotion in the softening baby oil formulation, and I've definitely mentioned this to you all previously on the channel. This is just the quickest, most efficient way to remove body hair. That said, this may not be the most healthy option when it comes to removing body hair, but if I die, I die. Also used up a couple of body lotions. The first one I used up, excuse this too because I squeezed the life out of it. This is also from Necessaire. This is the body lotion, the fragrance-free iteration. And I really appreciate that Necessaire gives you the option for fragrance-free products. When it comes to the Necessaire body lotion, I like it, but I don't love it. I find that it works best for me when we're in the warmer climates, just because my skin isn't as dry. This doesn't really give me the moisture that I need on my body now that it's gotten cold. I do have a little tiny mini of this that I keep in my purse for my hands, because I've told you all before that my hands get extremely dry in the cooler weather, so much that they peel. So I enjoy this for that, especially after like washing my hands or using hand sanitizer. But as far as using it for my body during the cooler months, not so much. This is just a like for me and not necessarily a love, so I won't be repurchasing. Now this next lotion I have already featured in a favorite, so spoiler alert, this is definitely worth a repurchase, and this is the Pacifica Vegan Collagen Body Milk Spray. Again, I have told you all about this on the channel. I definitely expected this body milk spray to be watery and not moisturizing or softening to my skin at all, and I'm so glad that I was wrong. This definitely helped to soften and nourish my skin while also giving a healthy, radiant glow, so this is definitely worth a repurchase. Also have a few supplements that I finished up. This first one is the Nature's Bounty Milk Thistle, which is a supplement that I have mentioned to you all previously that really aids with my blood work. I take this in 1000 milligrams because I only have to take one. I was taking a different brand that had a smaller dosage, so in order for me to take the recommended daily dosage, I had to take multiples, so I wound up just moving over to this Nature's Bounty brand. I have been taking Milk Thistle for years at this point, and I have found it to be very beneficial in improving some of the levels when it comes to my blood work, but I ain't no doctor. Take this at your own risk or don't, but I have found this to be really beneficial, so I'll definitely be repurchasing. Also finished up this Gut Instinct probiotic, as well as this Skin Squad Pre Plus probiotic from Hum. I enjoyed both of these when I was taking them consistently, but I haven't taken them consistently in months. I definitely think that these are worth a repurchase. I just haven't, just because I haven't noticed any setbacks when it comes to my skin or digestion since I stopped using these months and months ago, and so I ain't gonna take nothing if I don't need it. However, if you or someone you know are experiencing skin or digestion issues, highly recommend picking these up. So those were all of my body care, hygiene / wellness products. Let's go ahead and dive into skincare. First up is a cleanser that I used up, and this one is from La Roche-Posay. This is their Lipicard, girl, I don't know, gentle foaming moisturizing wash, and this is for dry to extra dry skin, and you all know that I have really dry skin, so this was a go-to cleanser for quite some time. And when I say quite some time, I mean it, because it took me forever to get through this bottle. This is definitely on the more moisturizing side when it comes to cleansers, but it did a really good job at removing dirt, oil, sunscreen, and even some remnants of makeup. Usually on a light day I would go in with this if I wore makeup, not so much on a heavier day. I really enjoyed this face wash, and I hear a lot of good things about this brand overall, so as far as I'm concerned, this is definitely worth a repurchase, and I'm definitely going to be exploring more from the brand. Also finished up one of my favorite cleansers. This is the Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser, and this is the big daddy that they sent me in PR previously. You all already know how we feel about this cleanser on this channel. This is just one of those cleansers that gives you a deep clean without leaving your face feeling stripped and dry. Absolutely love this. Will definitely be repurchasing, but Youth to the People, if you want to send me another one, you know what I'm saying, you know the address. Next product I used up is actually a mini of one of my favorite hydrating toners that I've told you all about previously on the channel, and this is the Origins Soothing Treatment Lotion. I actually got this little mini at a cosmetic company store, but I already have a full-size bottle of this. I have told you all about this numerous times on the channel. I just find that this is really calming, soothing, and hydrating to my skin. I use it practically every single day, but I most especially use this if I go in to exfoliate. I have transferred this product to a mister bottle, and I spray this on my face in my morning skincare routine and in my evening skincare routine. For me, this gets the job done. I have already repurchased it and will absolutely continue. Speaking of misting my face, I also used up this mini of the Avène Thermal Spring Water, which I also feel like I mentioned to you all previously on the channel, maybe in a haul. I know that this may seem like an extra / unnecessary step, but between my toner and my hydrating serum, I love to mist my face just to give myself an extra layer of hydration. This is absolutely great for adding the extra layer of hydration. I also enjoy using something like this during the summer months when it's just hot and sticky outside, because it's really cooling and refreshing to the skin. Is this extra? Sure, but I have really been enjoying this in conjunction with a couple of other products from the Avène brand, so as far as I'm concerned, definitely worth repurchasing. And at the recommendation of my very own vampire in Ohio, Denise Adore, I used up this Moon Juice Acid Potion Liquid Exfoliator. And listen, if you are trying to tackle dark spots, hyperpigmentation, as a few of you have noticed and acknowledged in my comments, especially recently, I have gotten to a pretty solid place when it comes to my skin recently because I was going through it for quite some time. Now, this is not no weak chemical exfoliant, so if you are new to exfoliants, definitely work your way up to this, but I will absolutely be repurchasing this, and I will be getting the Big Daddy because absolutely. Another exfoliating product that I have raved to you all about countless times on the channel are these Dr. Dennis Gross extra strength daily peel pads. Now, these are the extra strength ones. They have different ones that can cater to different skin types, whether you have sensitive skin, whether you got in between skin, you know, you can pick a peel pad based on what you need. Now, I use extra strength peel pads because I'm a Teflon Dom. Obviously, with these being an extra strength peel pad, these won't be for everyone, but generally speaking, if you deal with congested pores or hyperpigmentation, highly recommend getting your hands on these because yes, 100% worth the money. I also used up this V-Green fragrance-free Nature Mucin Serum, and this is actually a snail-free hydrating mucin serum by Wild Yam. And I was using this just to kind of test it out to compare it to another one of my favorite hydrating mucin serums that I'll tell you all about in just a second. I really enjoyed this mucin serum, but I definitely enjoy my staple mucin serum a bit more. So if you're in the market specifically for a hydrating mucin serum that is snail-free, I would highly recommend getting your hands on this one. I used up the TREX Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence, and yes, it's called the Essence, but this is definitely more of a hydrating serum. I have told you all about this countless times on the channel, and I already have a backup. I'm going to continue having a backup. I'm just not going to not have this, okay? Morning skincare, nighttime skincare, it just gets the job done. It just really helps to heal and hydrate my skin, and I'm just never going to be without it. The backup's already open upstairs. Also finished up this Inky List Niacinamide. This was cool, a nice affordable option, especially if you're having an issue with like excess oil in your pores. Now that it's gotten cooler, my dry skin ass doesn't really need niacinamide to help control oil. I just don't need a separate dedicated niacinamide product, but if you need one in your regimen, definitely recommend getting this one from the Inky List. It's a nice, affordable, and accessible option. Now that I've gotten a pretty solid skincare routine, I haven't really used this particular active ingredient in quite some time, but a few months ago I was down bad, and my good sis Sheree Del Sol recommended using products that contain azelaic, I think it's azelaic acid, and so impulsively I ran to the store and picked up this one also from the Inky List. This is their 10% azelaic acid serum. At one point I was using this day and night because I was breaking out so badly, and it wasn't just, you know, a little pimple here or there. It would be several pimples. They would be under the skin, and they were very painful and red and just irritated and just bad. And with consistent use of this, I definitely found that my breakouts became way less frequent. All of that to say, if you have been experiencing acne, especially if you've been experiencing acne out of nowhere, highly recommend looking into azelaic acid because it changed my life. Also used up this little sample of the 10% azelaic booster from Paula's Choice, and this is definitely not a substantial amount of product to really form an opinion, but I wanted to share it because it also contains that 10% azelaic acid that really just shifted where my skin was headed a few months ago because your girl was down bad. Also from Paula's Choice, I used up their C5 Super Boost Eye Cream, which I mentioned to you all previously in a haul, and I actually really like this. As the name might imply, this does contain vitamin C, and so I use this in my morning skincare routine, and I use it consistently until it was gone. I will say I really enjoyed how hydrating and softening it was to my under eye area, but I just can't confidently say after using one single solitary tube of this that this is going to completely eradicate any puffiness or under eye darkness. All of that to say, I really enjoyed using this while I was using it, so it's definitely worth a revisit. Moving right along, I also used up this high dose retinoid serum from Sunday Riley, which I also featured in a haul to you all previously on the channel. This was a product that I used specifically in my nighttime skincare routine, and I found that with consistent use, just like the last couple of products, I really like this, but I don't necessarily love it because I didn't see impressive results. I actually wound up getting this on sale, so I do have another bottle of this so that way I can revisit it and really finalize my opinions, but so far so good. But not amazing. Also finished up another product from Avon, and this is their Retronal Intensive Cream, which I probably mentioned to you all previously on the channel in a haul or in a vlog in passing. And this is another product that was just okay for me. I just feel like I'm at a point in the game where if I'm going to use a retinol, I need to use a retinol. And I feel like this is definitely a more gentle formulation. So this is probably going to be great for people that are introductory to retinol or retinoids in their routine. But just a like, not a love. Also used up a sample of this Elemis Pro Collagen Overnight Matrix Night Cream. And this is another one that was just okay. I happen to really enjoy a number of products from Elemis, but they just got to dial back on some of their fragrance. But overall, they've had some products that I really enjoy incorporating into my skincare regimen. Unfortunately, this one was just okay, so not worth a repurchase for me. Another moisturizer I used up is this one from Pacifica, and this is their Vegan Ceramide Barrier Face Lotion. And the last few months, like I said, when I was going through it, I was looking for all the ceramides, okay? I was looking for anything I could that could repair my moisture barrier because I was in a bad place. While this definitely did make somewhat of a contribution to repairing my skin barrier over the last few months, this is yet again another underwhelming product from Pacifica. I just haven't found a product from Pacifica that I have fallen in love with just yet, so we'll keep trying. And excuse the packaging because the letters have rubbed off, but I also finished up another product from Paula's Choice. This is their Barrier Repair Advanced Moisturizer, and this is a product that made a tremendous contribution at getting me to a better place when it comes to my skin over the last few months. This was moisturizing. It gave a healthy, radiant glow. This has been my last step in my skincare routine, specifically at night, and I've just really overall been enjoying how my skin looks and feels when using this, so it's definitely worth a revisit. And like I told you all, me and my skin had a really rough patch a few months ago, and so I was going through a number of pimple patches. At the recommendation of my good sis Sheree Del Sol, I tried out these Peach Slices acne spot dots, and these are definitely effective at, you know, getting the ick and gook outside of a pimple, but it has to be one of those ripe ones. It can't be the ones under the skin, okay? So don't bother wasting your pimple patches on those and being disappointed, but definitely does a great job at sucking out, you know, the nastiness of a pimple. Highly recommend getting these, and they're super affordable. Also finished up a couple of packs of the Day Dots from Peace Out. Now Peace Out I mention to you all the time when it comes to pimple patches, but this is the Day version, which essentially just means it's a more thin, sheer version of their pimple patch. And while this is definitely more daytime outside friendly, they're really flimsy and the application can be really tricky, so not really worth a repurchase. But what is worth a repurchase are the regular Peace Out acne dots, which I have told you all about countless times on the channel. Now yes, these are definitely more visible on the skin than the daytime version, but I find that these are more effective at not only removing the ick and gook, but staying in place because it's just a bit of a thicker pimple patch. So yes, as I've told you all in every single haul, favorites, vlog, and or empties video that I have mentioned these in, absolutely worth a repurchase. Lastly, for skincare, I finished up a few SPFs. This first one is from Walgreens, and this is their 50 Sport Broad Spectrum SPF. I have experimented with 2 tubes of this, and while I really enjoy not only the sun protection but how my skin just looks and feels after using this burns my eyes so bad. And so even though it's affordable, I will not be repurchasing. Another super affordable accessible sunscreen that I experimented with is this one from Neutrogena, and this is their Invisible Daily Defense Face Mist. And yes, this is a spray sunscreen, and this didn't work out either, okay? Now with any sunscreen, you have to apply the appropriate amount in order to get the proper sun protection. And so you can only imagine how much you have to go in with this being a spray version of an SPF. This was definitely way easier to apply to my face if I sprayed it directly into my hands. I feel like this is a really cool idea, especially for those of us who are trying to be really consistent with our skincare, but this just burns my eyes entirely too bad. And it don't matter if I sprayed it directly on my face or applied it by spraying it through my hands. It burned my eyes. And so no. And the last SPF that I finished up is this one from Paula's Choice. This is their Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid Broad Spectrum SPF $1.50, which I have absolutely mentioned to you all previously in a haul on the channel. So as per usual, especially when it comes to American sunscreens, this burns my eyes, and so it's just not for me. Moving right along. Those were all of the skincare products that I used up. Let's go ahead and round out today's video with my hair care empties. I only have one pre-poo that I used up, and this is the Design Essentials African Shebe Herbal Pre-Wash Intense Repair Mask. And this was recommended to me by my good sis Quinn Ray, who may or may not resurface one day here on YouTube. This pre-poo was just cool for me. This definitely helped to soften and moisturize my hair, but unfortunately I didn't really get much slip from it, and slip is the main reason that I pre-poo. You may have other reasons, you may have several reasons why you pre-poo, but slip and removing shed hair is the main priority for me when it comes to pre-pooing my hair, and this just didn't give me that. So for that reason, unfortunately, not worth the repurchase. So first up, for cleansers, I used up this Nature's Little Secret Lemon and Rosemary Clarifying Shampoo, which I have absolutely featured on the channel to you all previously. I took so long to get through this because obviously I wash my hair way less frequently than I used to, and two, I don't feel the need to clarify every single wash day. I am no longer a Nature's Little Secret affiliate. I don't know why. Y'all would have to ask the owner, but I really like the shampoo and definitely recommend it if you're in the market for a clarifying shampoo that won't strip your hair down to feeling like hay. Okay. Also used up one of my favorite moisturizing shampoos. This is the Curls Blueberry Bliss Reparative Hair Wash. I have told you all about this countless times on the channel, as well as featured this in wash days, hauls, favorites. And now it's in empties. This is definitely one of my favorite moisturizing shampoos that I have ever tried. It's softening, it has slip, and it does a very thorough job at cleansing my hair and my scalp. 10 out of 10, would highly recommend. Absolutely love this and will definitely be repurchasing. And just like I told you not too long ago in a favorites video, I also finished up my Olaplex No. 4 Bond Maintenance Shampoo. Now this is the mini, but this has such a rich, luxurious lather that this lasted me several months, because a little actually really does go a long way. While this may not be everyone's experience, this here Olaplex shampoo is moisturizing, it's softening, and it gives me slip. This here Olaplex shampoo very quickly became a favorite in my natural hair care routine, and I will absolutely be repurchasing, and I highly recommend you grab it too because it's bomb. Also used up a few deep conditioners. This first one is from Nagasbanda, and this is their Superfood Hair Mayonnaise Deep Conditioner. And this is definitely more so for protein and strengthening. I have definitely talked to you all about this previously on the channel. It's really helped to strengthen and fortify the hair and boost the elasticity in my hair. If you are on the market for a strengthening protein deep conditioner, I would highly recommend getting your hands on this one from Nagasbanda. I do have a link as well as a discount code down below in the description box if you're interested to save on your purchase. Also finished up this deep conditioning hair mask from Ceremonia, and this is the Mascarilla de Babassu. And in case you're not familiar, Ceremonia is an Afro-Latina owned hair brand, which is why it's in Spanish. This is definitely marketed as more of a balancing hair mask, so it has moisturizing and strengthening properties. And sure, I wasn't necessarily blown away with either, so for that reason, definitely not repurchasing. Another deep conditioner I finished up is this one from Mazzani's Moisture Fusion line. This is the Intense Hydration Intense Moisture Mask, which I have definitely featured previously on the channel in a haul, and I told you all I would get back to you about this. I picked this up at Sephora during the VIB sale, and I don't know, I'm just at a point in my hair journey, probably because I've been at this so long, where nothing is really blowing me away. And this was not bad, but it also wasn't amazing. And so because it wasn't amazing, I'm just like, you cool, but I don't know if I repurchase. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that one. Another deep conditioner I finished up is this one from Nature's Little Secret, and this is one that y'all rave about and have raved about for many years. This is the Mixed Fruit Nutrient Rich This is the Nature's Little Secret Mixed Fruit Nutrient Rich Deep Conditioner, which looks like this. My lights are going to be too bright, but I tried this out and maybe I got a bad batch. This wasn't softening, this wasn't moisturizing, this had no slip, this was just super thick and didn't really feel like much going on, and especially didn't feel like much after rinsing. So either I got a bad batch or somebody lying, but unfortunately, absolutely not. The answer is no. Next up, I have a couple of leave-in conditioners slash moisturizers that I have used up over the last several months. First up is this one from TREX, and this is their Untie the Knot Nourishing Leave-In Conditioner, which is a staple product that I have told you all about, excuse me, countless times on the channel. This is definitely a super lightweight leave-in conditioner, so this won't be for everybody, but as far as I am concerned, me and my hair are concerned, super moisturizing, softening, fantastic slip. I've even collaborated with them in the past. I don't know where they've been at, but you know, my inbox is open if TREX would like to collaborate even further. This is a leave-in conditioner that I have purchased, repurchased, and have raved and recommended to you all for years at this point, so you all already know how I feel about it. Moving right along. Also used up this Miche Boost Hydrating Leave-In and Curl Refresher Spray. No. Absolutely not. This next product is definitely not technically a leave-in, but I use it around the leave-in step, so I'm going to go ahead and include it in the leave-in segment. This is the Olaplex number 9 Bond Protector Nourishing Hair Serum, and again, like I said, I use this at the leave-in step. This is another product recommendation from my good sis Sheree Del Sol. This is not only smoothing and softening to my hair, this also provides heat protection, and it has a little bit of hold because it has that gel-like serum consistency. Now, as far as a repurchase, absolutely worth the money, and I will definitely be grabbing another one of these, and I recommend you do the very same. Also finished up this Renewal Infused Hair Styling Cream from Tymo, which I did mention and feature in my collaborations with them previously on the channel, but like, I genuinely use this whether I'm sponsored or not. This is moisturizing, it's softening, it gives me fantastic slip, it has heat protection because you all know I'm not air drying nothing, and I find that this layers really well with most of the stylers that I use it with. Shout out to Tymo. I already have a backup of this Renewal Infused Styling Cream. Will continue to use it and definitely think it's worth a repurchase. Also used up another box of my Pravana Chroma Silk Permanent Hair Color. You all know that this is a jet black household. I actually need to re-up on this because it's almost about time for me to color my hair again. I don't know if y'all can necessarily notice on camera, but my grays are absolutely starting to percolate again, and so we're gonna go ahead and nip that in the bud. As I have told you all previously on the channel, I absolutely love this color, not just because of the longevity or the color payoff, but because it also has ingredients that really help to nourish and fortify my strands as well. I've been using this color on my hair for years, and I will continue. Last but not least, I have a few stylers that I finished up. This first one is from the Main Choice Cheers line, and this is their gelato, which you may or may not know was a staple for me previously, but you know what I'm saying, now that the Main Choice is basically the Mary Kay of the natural hair community, I can't really get to this like I once could, and I'm almost positive that this has been reformulated. I'm gonna go ahead and use up the OG formula of the Cheers gelatos that I have remaining, but as far as repurchasing or even supporting the Main Choice going forward, absolutely not. Another styler I finished up is this TREX Soothe and Restore Curl Defining Mousse, and here's the thing. As you all know, I love TREX. I have used and raved about their products for a long time at this point. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to love everything, and unfortunately that was the case with this mousse. This is a really thick, heavy weighted mousse, so it does a really good job at clumping, defining, and giving a flexible hold to my hair. Now, I am not typically somebody that goes out of my way to make a product work, but I went out of my way with this one. I tried it on dry hair. I tried it on wet hair. I tried it layered with the leave-in. I tried layered with the cream. I tried it without anything underneath of it. And unfortunately, no matter how I tried this not only flaked, but when I would touch my hair, I felt a coating and like a residue on my hair. That coating was not only annoying and not the best feeling to my hair, it also made my hair look really dull and ashy and dry, and I don't like that. And so Unfortunately, this was a miss for me. Another styler that I have used up is this Elastic QP Olive Oil and Mango Butter Design Foam. Another one that I have mentioned to you all previously. Elastic QP has just stood the test of time. It still works on Mama Tress's relaxed hair, and it absolutely does the damn thing on my natural hair as well. Highly recommend getting your hands on this. Definitely worth the repurchase. And last but not least, I finished up my African Pride Rose Water and Argan Oil Curl Mousse, and this was a recommendation from my good sis Sheree Del Sol. This swiftly became a favorite and knocked Pole Lotta Body Bay out of the top slot. This foam just delivers and checks every single box. It was hydrating and softening to my hair while also giving me definition, while also giving me the perfect flexible hold and shine and luster to my hair. I absolutely love this and will definitely be repurchasing after I experiment with a couple of other foams that I have in my stash. We'll talk about the other foams that I have in my collection later, but for now, absolutely a staple. 10 out of 10 would highly recommend. Well folks, I really hope that you all enjoyed today's empties video, our last empties video, if you will. You all be sure to drop down in the comments, let me know your thoughts, and on your way to watching another video of mine, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. I don't even know why I bothered to organize this, but I'm gonna do it. Giving you what your body want, boy, wayward piece of hair. Yes. I need to wash my hair.